Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marvina and today we are going to be doing the 2025 Mid-Year Book Freakout Tag. This is the first year I've ever done this and I really wanted to do this because I've been reading some really good books, and so if you want to hear the books that I've been reading and all of my answers to my questions, stay tuned. Question number 1. What is your best book of the year so far? So I have 2 for this one. Actually, I have 3. So far, I have 3. The first book is Shallow River by H.D. Carlton. Absolutely loved this book. I read this book and I can't believe you how many times I went, oh my goodness, I gasped, I laughed, I cried, I went, really? What is going on? Like, I do not understand. This book had its moment and I absolutely love this book, and it is a dark romance, and I've been into dark romances. I've read quite a few and I absolutely devoured this book, absolutely loved it. This is the first best book that I've read so far this year. The second one is A Love Letter to Whiskey by Rebecca Yarros. This one was so sad and it made me cry, and it was so beautifully written, and honestly this book was literally just so beautiful, and I gave it 5 stars. It was such a beautiful book and I recommend this book to anyone. And the last book that is the best book I've read so far this year, and this is so far this year, is Give Me a Reason by A.L. Jackson. I just finished this book. I loved this book. I gave this book 5 stars. I annotated it, I highlighted it. I literally fell in love with this book to the point where at the end I literally cried. I was literally crying at the end of this book, and I was so happy and so sad, and it gave me everything I wanted and more. So yes, this one. Finally, on to question number 2. My best sequel of the year so far. So I would have to say the Crimson Crown series by Kaylee King. So the first book is called Bloody Kingdom and the second book is called Midnight Queen. I read these on Kindle. I gave these both 4 stars. Absolutely loved them. If you don't know really what they're about, it's about a vampire who kidnaps this girl who has a debt to pay off, and so he hires her to take care of his dying friend who is on hospice, and you just see how she ends up softening his heart and the love that they share, and they learn to love each other. See how he ends up realizing how much he really needs her, how much of a length that he'll go to protect her. And so I absolutely love this series. So far, that was the best series that I've read so far this year. Question number 3. What's your most anticipated release for the second half of the year? This one I don't really know. I haven't really been looking into the most anticipated books of the year, and so I really don't know how to answer this question. And so honestly, I'm just gonna say I don't know. Question number 4. Is there a new release that you haven't read yet but you're really excited to? Yes, I want to read Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've heard so many good things about this book. I have heard that it's super sad, it's very emotional, it's beautifully written. I have not heard anything bad about this book, and so I'm really excited to read this book. I read 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, absolutely loved it. I have loved her other books, and so I'm really excited to just pick this book up and read it. Question number 5. What is the biggest disappointment so far? Okay. My biggest disappointment so far this year. Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent. I really wanted to love this book. I really thought that I would. I DNF'd it because it was just really boring. I thought it was gonna be better if I got like halfway through it, and I gave it half I read about 50% of the way, and then I was just like, I can't read this no more. It's really boring. I don't know if I'm missing something or if it got better towards the end or the second half of the book, but it was the most disappointing book that I've read so far this year. And I don't know. I really wanted to like this, and I was really hoping I would, but you know, sometimes you like things, sometimes you don't. Question number 5, what is the biggest surprise? So I listened to Choices by Adrena. She's the one that played in The Hills. I listened to her book, and normally I don't rate nonfiction books. I don't rate biographies. I don't rate memoirs. I don't rate any of those. But I really enjoyed this book. I felt like we had a lot of things in common that I could relate to. And I really like this book. So this was a really big surprise because I didn't know if I could relate to her because she is a celebrity. But it was a really big surprise. I really enjoyed it. Question number 7, favorite new author? H.D. Carlton all the way. I loved Shall River so much, to the point where I picked up Does It Hurt? And I cannot wait to read that book. And so, yes, my favorite author right now is H.D. Carlton. Question number 8, new fictional crush? Trent from Give Me a Reason. Trent from Give Me a Reason. He's my newest fictional crush. I do not know why. I loved him in this book. I know that there's a series. I know this is part of a series. And I don't know if I'm going to read the rest of the series. However, I just loved him in this book. I could relate. Like, I felt so bad for him in this book. And I'm so happy that I read this book. It gave me all the feels. And yes, he's my new fictional crush. And then a couple of questions that I saw on the internet that when I punched in the mid-year book tag, these questions came up, and I wanted to add them just as additional. So one of the questions was the most beautiful book you've bought or received so far this year. I have 2. Okay. So Birthday Girl. I absolutely love this book. I think it is so gorgeous and so pretty. And I bought this at Target. I know people aren't fans of Target, but I had this also on Kindle, but it's so beautiful. I love the colors. Blue is my favorite color. And so I just love how the colors look with this book. And also, another book that I loved, Desperate Measures. This is so pretty. And even the step back is beautiful. And it's got some gorgeous, art, some gorgeous art in it as well. And so I just thought that this book was so pretty, and I absolutely loved it. And it's so gorgeous. Even that is gorgeous. Like, look at that. That is gorgeous. So yes, those are the 2 books. And what books do you need to read by the end of the year? Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton and Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas and Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Those are the 3 books that I really want to read by the end of the year. So I added those 2 questions in because I kept seeing them on different things on the internet when I punched in this tag, and so I wanted to add those. So those are my answers to the mid-year freakout tag 2025. Share in the comments what books you're reading, what books you liked, what books you haven't liked, what your anticipated reads are. And I love you all, and I will talk to you all later. Keep reading, stay safe, stay sane. Love everyone. Bye.